All right. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Yo, how you guys doing? Let me check for new submissions before I start. So, one sec, and we'll get started. Awesome. Just done with working. Sick. Yeah, I went to the gym before this. Had a quick power nap also, which is never bad. And now I'm ready to get into it. All right. First, I have Enjoy, who's part of my Patreon members. So let's check him out.
Asleep at the wheel and you're pulling me under. Wandering along this street like you think I'm oblivious. Watching the warning signs that pass all of the.
If you guys see me like watching too much to this side, is because I have a second screen, so I'm just monitoring everything in there. So yeah, just in case.
Red flag to keep excusing the moment you lie under your breath like it's nothing. Want you 20 letters, but you say you don't know. Think you're gonna suffer when you tell me to go. You get so defensive. You can't handle pressure. You're so codependent. You're codependent. You're codependent. You're
Work in progress. Yeah, no worries about that. I would say I like the idea a lot. I feel like it definitely going on the right direction. The vocal, the S sounds are a little bit harsh, so maybe just put a de-esser in there or just something to tame of those on those frequencies. The vocal is cool, it's just that it has those resonant peaks that usually happen when you use vocals in general.
You can't handle pressure. You're so codependent. You're codependent. You're codependent. You're codependent.
Yeah, drop is sick for sure. Maybe you could try increasing not the sub but like the harmonic, maybe like around 80 or 100. I feel like that would give it like a heavier vibe. It sounds good, but I feel like it could sound a little bit heavier, and maybe that's because it's lacking a little bit around like the low mids. So I would try finding the harmonic and like boosting that specific frequency a little bit and see how that goes. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it because it may start sounding too muddy, but it could be a good way to just make the track feel a little bit heavier. That's pretty much all I have to say. It's a short work in progress for now, so yep. Either like add another harmonic, or if there is another harmonic already, just boost that one. Yeah, if for example, if you're using serum and you're just doing like a sine wave, maybe like add like another, you know, harmonic in here. But if there is already like some distortion or something, or some saturation creating this harmonic, then just boost it a little bit more, if that makes sense. I'll check if I have time at the end. I'll do the other one of yours, but I cannot guarantee that'll happen because I'm having some other submissions right now, like more submissions coming in. But yeah, this is a sick one for sure. What up, Tang? What up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's check out this one from Sweet Boy. He's also on my Patreon. Let's check it out.
Throw it in their face like hypnotic, robotic. This here will rock your bodies. Hypnotic, robotic, hypnotic, systematic, ecstatic. This hit be automatic. Take somebody by the waist and that throw it in their face like hypnotic, robotic.
Ooh, that's a really sick feel in there.
Take some
That doo-doo-doo like stuff. That's really cool. Yeah.
Take somebody by the waist like Planet Rocker show stop.
Ooh, that pause is really well put in there. Like really good timing on that silence.
Stop a flow, proper head knocker. Like flow, proper head knocker. Do my thing, motherfucker. Chrome brand, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Systematic, ecstatic, this hit be automatic. Work me, do my thing, head knock, head knock, head knock, head knock, head knock. Work me, work me, work. Throw it in their face like hypnotic, robotic. This here will rock your bodies. Hypnotic, take some waste and that throw it in their face like hypnotic, robotic. Take somebody by the way. Planet Rocker, showstopper, flow proper, head knocker. Like flow proper, head knocker. Do my thing, motherfucker. Like work me, work me. Music make you lose control.
Sick one. Yeah, I love it. You have like a really good flow on this one. I love the UK garage type drum patterning here. Sound design is pretty cool. I don't have much to say. Maybe something that comes to mind is having some reverb automations in between the sounds, like the main wubs and bass sounds that you have, just to even put like more you know, flowing into the pattern that you already have. I was thinking about holding off on the vocal stuff a bit, putting up more into the basses, but being a fun work to work on. I feel like you have a pretty good balance as it is right now. I feel like you have a good amount of both bass and vocals. So it's sounding pretty good to me. Arrangement is sounding pretty good. So yeah, man, good stuff for sure. All right. Gonna move on. If you guys have any questions while I after I do my feedback, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. And I'll try to help as much as possible. Let's check this one out. Sound designing here is crazy on this one. Yeah, this is fire. I don't know if this is on purpose, but that bass sound has like a little bit of too much of a click on it. Like, you know, the attack maybe is too fast or something. As I said, I don't know if it's on purpose and if you want that clickiness in there. I find it a little bit distracting, to be honest. So I would maybe just, if it's a preset, maybe bounce that to audio and you know, fading a little bit the start of every, you know, repetition, or maybe play with the attack inside the preset itself. Yeah, that's something I would do, but if that's kind of like if it's on purpose, then it's all good. Hey, what up, man? How you doing? Via Instagram DM. Yeah, I still got some slots open. Yeah, that's the only thing that I have to say. Just that little fix on that sound. And that's pretty much it. The mix down, the sound design, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm loving it. Really, really good track for sure. All right, let's move on. Check this one out. Yeah, sure thing. Send it over. No worries about that. I love how you introduce like the motif of the track in here. Then when it, when it comes in full force into drop is like really rewarding. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This little filling here, where is it? Those like claps or snares, I feel like they could be fuller. It sounds like you're, like cutting too much of the low end on whatever that is. So yeah, it could be like a fuller sound, fuller snare sound or something. I feel like that could, work better for this track. Also, I know this is a work in progress, so you're probably gonna make changes to it. I would say not have like the same feel every time, just doing a small change can keep it fresh. So yeah, just something to take into consideration. Yeah, I still have a couple slots open, so feel free to send over via Insta. I would say the contrast in this part is a little bit too much. Maybe I would make the build up a little bit more intense so that the drop doesn't feel too out of nowhere. But besides that, I don't have much to say. Let me just keep listening to it, but pretty good stuff for sure. What's your Instagram username? Maybe I already have it on my, on my queue. Because I don't see any new requests or anything, so maybe you already sent it. Maybe I already just put it on my notes in here. Yeah, you guys are making it really easy for me tonight. You guys are sending pretty sick tracks, so I don't have that much to say, honestly. Yeah, good stuff for sure. Yeah, man, you're welcome. No problem. Pretty great track. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, just letting you know, guys, I am doing one-on-one coaching. So if any of you want to jump on a Zoom call with me, feel free to just DM me on Insta. We can work something out for sure. I think I like this, but it kind of seems like the distortion is a bit too much. Maybe that's kind of what you're going for, and if that's kind of the sound that you're looking forward to, then that's totally fine. In my opinion, it sounds a little bit like too distorted for my taste. And I feel like also there could be a little bit more variation throughout the drop, maybe just changing the flow of things, or just having another turnaround, or just some sound design turnaround or change in the second half. I feel like that could keep things fresh. But besides that, it's a pretty good idea for sure. Kyle, yeah, I'm doing it bi-weekly. This at the same time. Just I'm going on vacations for in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so I might not do like one of this in a like 3 weeks for now. So I'll just, when I do that, I'll keep it on my socials. It is normally bi-weekly. I just have some other things going on, but yeah. To give you a more straightforward answer, the next one would be September. Will be on September 17th. It normally would be on the 10th, but I'm moving it to September 17th. So, yeah. Yeah, man, yo, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like the second drop is definitely, in my opinion, more interesting with the flow and the sounds. So I would borrow from the second drop and put a little bit on the first one. This happens a lot with my productions. Sometimes my second drop is just better and then I have to step up my game on my first drop. So, it happens. Also, Kyle, I'm not sure if you're aware. I'm just telling you because you're part of my Patreon. I'm doing group Zoom calls monthly. So yeah, I'll also keep you guys updated with that. Just I'm doing like one Zoom group call a month just to hang out or to talk music production or whatever. So yeah. Right on. Let's move on to Friendly Fire.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money.
Yeah. Second drop is sounding better. Not to say that first drop is bad, but definitely gotta reference more of that second drop and step up the first one a little bit.
They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Nope.
Be careful with your sub. I think your sub is killing the mix a little bit. It's probably too loud and it's like taking, too much power and drowning the other elements like the drums, which should be like, very much in the front. So go check your mix. Turn down your sub, maybe even turn down your whole like bass group, like synths. But I think that the sub is the one causing the issue of like, drowning the other elements. So yeah, just be careful with that.
Nope.
Yeah, intro and build up and all that is all great. I don't have any notes on that. the arrangement on the drop also works, and I like, you know, the call and response pattern that you have. It's just, I feel like it's just the execution in the level, in the game staging, that is kind of lacking a little bit. And as I said, I feel like it's mostly the low end causing issues in here. So yeah, just take those elements down in the low end and see if that helps.
Nope.
Yeah, cool idea for sure. Nice sound design. All right, let's move on. Check it out.
Turn up the trap. Wait. Turn up the trap.
All right. I like how you're using the vocal and in the drop, and also the drum pattern. It's cool, and it keeps it, you know, interesting and energetic. In my opinion, I feel like the intro sounds a little bit empty. Maybe you could add some background elements to fill the background, obviously, of the intro. Maybe some other melody, like counter melody, or some chord or pad, you know. I feel like that would be nice. Do I have this? I don't know. That's for the intro. Then in the drop, I feel like you could use a little bit more post-processing on the synths that you're using. Some, like for example, a little bit more of reverb, because they feel a little bit dry, so maybe just putting a little bit more of reverb in them could sound good.
Turn up the
You have in the drum pattern, you have like a ghost kick, I think that's the term. It's like a kick that is a little bit like quieter than the other kicks. I like that, but I feel like it's a little bit too quiet. I would turn that one up a little bit. I think your pattern in the drop is great and all that. I just feel like the sounds could use a little bit more post-processing, as I said.
Turn up the trap. Wait. Turn up the trap.
Hey, yeah, submit via Instagram and only one, because honestly, I don't think I'll be able to make more than one per person. So yeah, I don't know if you just sent. If this is you, I already got you on queue, just for you to know. Awesome. I would say I would try to have more of a variation on the second drop. Like maybe changing the pattern or changing the sound design a little bit more. You're welcome. I'm glad you think that. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for sending. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, good stuff for sure. All right, let's keep going. We got Tang next. Let's check it out. Yeah, you deserve a couple puke emojis in there, man. This is really, really good. I love how the track says greater, but the link says cheese grater. So yeah. Sick stuff as usual. Let's keep listening. I would turn up a little bit more of the top end percussion that you have going on. I feel like you have some space in the top end that could be, you know, used by those elements. So I would turn that up a little bit more. Sick. Yeah, thinking about the mix down, it sounds great for sure, but maybe it's just because of, you know, how everything is so like, you know, in your face that you may need to do this to avoid like making it too harsh. But I feel like there's some areas that could use some more brightness. It could be tricky though, as for what I'm saying, you know, for the harshness factor. Also I noticed like a couple of silences that were cool, but there were another ones where I was like, maybe you could have something else in there just to, you know, keep it fresh. Not to say that the track is boring or anything, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much all I have to say, man. Good stuff as usual. Let's keep going. Kraken, you're next. Let's check it out.
Are you ready to play?
There's like a very sudden reverb, like big reverb sounding here. So I would make sure that, you know, to turn that down a little bit because it sounds a little bit out of nowhere. So I would just take care of that.
Sending me messages ain't got the time. Bitches is messy.
But I'm petty, don't gotta edit. Check the Getty, I keep it real, I keep it sexy. I'll go back up before they address me. Close to all of that typing, but never once did I get pressed. Cause I be a bitch obsessed. If it's for me, then we have a set. If I pop back, then they go. Bitch, I'm turned up. These bitches only hot on. Yeah, these bitches only hot on. Yeah, these bitches only hot on. Yeah, bitches dreaming all that
Cool. I think that the side chain for the snare is a little bit too aggressive. In like too, by that I mean like too long. So, you know, kind of like when the snare hits, all the elements go down, but they're taking a little bit too much to go back up. That's kind of what it feels like to me. It may not be the side chain, it may be other factors, but that's kind of what I hear, you know. Also, the sounds that you're using are cool for sure, but I would say you could try like post-processing a little bit more. By that, I mean like using saturation or distortion, multiband compression, just to make them a little bit brighter, probably, or just like duplicating the sound and creating like a slight variation of it, and layering in that way, and adjusting the EQ, obviously. So just to have like a more unique sound. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. But yeah, good stuff for sure. Let's keep listening.
Flip.
Yeah, I like the flow of this second dropping here. That's nice for sure. Yeah, just be careful with that reverb automation. And also, I was gonna say, I felt like this sectioning here was a little bit too long. I feel like you could get into the drop a little bit faster. That's kind of just my opinion. But yeah, cool idea for sure. Let me know if you have any questions or anything that I can help you with. But yeah, man, thank you for sending. All right, let's keep going. Let's check this one out. Nice intro and build, keeping it like, kind of teasing the drop, but not too much. That's pretty good. I like that. Sounds in the drop are cool. I feel like the main synth, that one definitely could have a boost around like 1K and above, maybe. Just around here. I feel like you could do like a wide boosting here and you could really hear the difference. Actually, since you have the track with the download enable, I'm just gonna demonstrate that real quick. So let's see if I'm right or not. yeah, something like this. I also played a little bit with like the frequencies around 200-300, but most of the boost is around like 2500. Obviously I'm doing it to your master, which is not the idea, but you get it. It can definitely, you know, make your track sound more powerful that way. So yep. Yep, boost it up for sure. That's honestly something that I do on my tracks. Even though if I don't hear that they need a boost, I just go ahead and I just experiment and do like that type of boost that I just did on yours, because a lot of times I don't notice it until I boost it, and I'm like, oh, that's actually way better, and I didn't think of, you know, I didn't hear that it needed that boost until I went and applied it. So, you know, it's just something that I have learned to do just to see if it sounds good or not. Yeah, you're welcome. Nice flow on this one. Sick. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say, man. Really good stuff. I love the arrangement and the flow. Mostly on the second drop is pretty cool, but I like the first one as well. So good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. All right, Lodium, let's check yours out. Yeah, this is sick. Yeah, nice drop for sure. I don't have any negative feedback in there, or I don't have anything to say in general. Besides that, it's pretty good. I felt like the it took a little bit too long for me to get to the drop. Not to say that this part is bad or anything, but what I mean is maybe if you're gonna have all of this before the drop, I would maybe add like a vocal or something to keep it engaging. For sure, the instrumentation that you're doing is pretty cool, but I still felt like it took a little bit long to get to the drop. So that's why I suggest like something like a vocal, because usually when you have a vocal, you want to kind of hear the lyrics, and it just keeps it engaging. But that's about it, man. Really sick as usual. Pretty good stuff. Mix down and all that it's great for sure. All right, let's check this one out. I decided to download the track just because the playback on Dropbox is kinda not that good. So check it out in here in Ableton. Wait, I'm on the wrong one.
Hipster life is strongly influenced by.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I already checked this one out. All right, let's check it out.
The hipster's life is strongly influenced by jazz music. Much, if not most, of the hip vocabulary originated with jazz musicians. Isn't that right, Mr. Romo?
Yes, that's right. It's true.
Take, for example, the riff. The conversational riff, a spoken counterpart of the jazz riff. I wondered if, here in the studio, you could give us an example of a riff.
Sick flow. I like what I'm hearing. I would say for this intro and slash build, I would turn up the vocals a little bit more. They're interesting, and I feel like they could be a little bit more in the front of the mix. Then for the drop, as I said, I like the flow. I feel like more, well, one, like turn up the top end percussion that you have in there, and two, I would add more of that, more like hi-hat loops, rights, and stuff like that. Tambourines, that works great with this type of music. And that would really like make it a little bit more energetic. Also, you have many pauses in here, which sometimes is cool, but some, I would say I would feel some of these silences, just because when like one tasteful pause here and there is cool, but when it's like a little bit too frequent, it can mess with the flow and the energy of the drop, and that's what I feel like it's happening a little bit in this one. Like it wants to be energetic, but there is, in my opinion at least, like a little bit too many pauses. So adding some drum fills, some vocals, some bass fills, something like that in between these tiny gaps here and there, that could really help, as well with adding more top loop percussion, stuff like that. Also, adding some reverb throw automations and stuff like that on the synths, I feel like that could be nice. just in case if you're using Ableton, or for anyone in here, if you guys are using Ableton, I have a reverb throw rack for free on my Patreon, so you can check that out. It's, as I said, it's for free. You don't have to subscribe. I may send the link in a few if you guys want to get it. Just it's pretty useful for this type of stuff. You just put it on your track and you start like doing some automations. So like, for example, and I'm just gonna do it because I feel like it could be nice for your track as well. Something like this. I'm just exaggerating it, but just for the idea. You know, it's kind of like a riser, but with reverb, and it just helps to, you know, to glue things together in the flow. So yeah, something like that could be cool. I'm gonna link this in the comments in the chat for sure.
I have bring you in-person riffs.
Yeah, maybe some more post-processing on the synths. They're cool, but maybe like adding a little bit more reverb on it, a little bit more like saturation and stuff like that to make them sound a little bit fuller. Kind of goes with like the feedback from the previous track on about like, you know, boosting around 1K. I feel like this track could also benefit from that. Yeah, reverb throws are a lot of fun, to be honest.
The riff.
Yeah, good stuff for sure. I just put the link to my reverb throw rack if you guys want to get it. It's completely free. So yeah, let's move on. Let me go back to SoundCloud.
Slayer. Last man standing.
Really sick.
Zombie. Gain the lead. Last man standing. Double kill.
Overkill. New zombie. Gain the lead.
Yeah, great tune. The structure works great from start to finish. It's engaging. The drops are really good. Good amount of variation and everything.
New zombie.
I would, once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but maybe I would try again like boosting around like 1K and see if that makes it sound like even fuller and bigger. Also maybe boost turning up the top end percussion that you have. Yeah, this arrangement works great, man. Really great work on that.
Zombie.
Kick and snare coming through great. Mix down in general, as I said, is pretty good. That's kind of like the only thing that I might suggest. You can try that out. It's really simple, and you can see one like very quickly if it's something that kind of makes the tracks sound good or not.
Overkill.
Maybe just also, now that I continue listening to it, maybe just putting a little bit more stuff in the background, like ear candy. Like I hear that you have some, but there are some sections where it feels like a little bit emptier than others. So, you know, for those like emptier sections, maybe putting a little bit more ear candy in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. This is really good. Thank you for sending, and let me know if you have any questions or anything. You're welcome.
Gang, cooking, toasted. I am the guest to focus. Skinny niggas, bitches, I be toting. Try to run up, just know I would throw it. Put my whip in her mouth and she blow it. Like a candle, I swear she be broken. Gang, I up the niggas, we roasted. If I smoke, I told God to roast them. Gang, cooking, gang, cooking, gang, gang, cooking.
I think the mixdown in this one could be brighter. I like, you know, the idea. I like the vocals. I just feel like it's a little bit too warm, and you know, it could have a little bit more top end in general.
Cooking, gang,
Yeah, I think also the synths, the basses, they could be a little bit more in the front. And maybe you could have a couple more variations in there. Yeah, and just like as I said, making the mix down in general a little bit brighter. So just layering more in the top end or boosting in there, EQing. There's a lot of things you could do in there. So let me know if you have any question. I can help you out for sure. And let's keep going. Just for you to know, these are the last 3 tracks that I'll be doing. I gotta jump on a call in 15 minutes. So yeah, I this will be the last 3.
Can I ask you, was it something I did?
Nice vocal.
Still I wonder, cause it isn't too clear. I don't want no trouble, tired of the lies. You found yourself another, heart as cold as ice. I'm trying to recover, do you even realize?
Sick. Just want to check on something here real quick. Yeah, once again, I think like boosting a little bit around this area, it would be beneficial. This just, I don't know, a lot of times this just work. I have no idea why, but yeah, I just recommend that a lot because it works a lot of times.
I give it all.
Nah, man, this is great. You're not ruining the vibe.
I give it all to you, thinking we can make this right.
Where's the sample? Where's the vocal coming from?
Nothing I can do. When do you become my day? I give it all to you, thinking we can make this right. Nothing I can do. When do you become my day?
Yeah, okay, it's great. Yeah. Wherever that came from, it's pretty good. Sick. Yeah, really good. I don't have anything to say in terms of like your creativity or, you know, the flow of the things or arrangement. I feel like it's pretty good. It's just more like the mix down side of things with boosting around there, around 1000 as I said. Yeah, besides that, pretty good track, man. Thank you for sending. Sounds good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We're doing well. Nice. I love the deeper side of dubstep. I would add a little bit more to the breakdowns and intro. They sound a little bit too empty for my taste. I know that normally this type of music is a little bit like minimal and don't have too much going on, but I still feel like, you know, having some sort of extra melody or just something else or just some vocal being all destroyed with, I don't know, granulator and something like that could be cool. You know, it doesn't have to be melodic. It can be like very experimental, but I would still like add a little bit more to it. That's just my opinion. Oh yeah. I don't have any notes on the drop. Sounds pretty good, man. Just gonna give you a little bit of that. And let's check out the last one.
one's called.
Sick. Yeah, there is a little like where is it? That sample, it's a little bit resonant. I would just make sure to take that peak down. Then I like the vibe on the drop. Vocal may get a little bit repetitive, to be honest, but it's cool anyways. And then I feel like the flow on the second drop is really nice. I like that a little bit more than the first one, but the first one is still sounding cool anyways. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have much to say. This sounds pretty finished. So good stuff. That's all I have, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Just want to really quick shamelessly plug my Patreon. I gave a lot of resources on my Patreon, so if you guys want to support me in there, I would highly appreciate that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you again for watching, and I'll just be announcing on my Insta when I do the next one, so stay tuned. And I'll see you guys around.